Hey, I'm right back with another video. It's like 1:17 p.m. and it's October 10th. And I just got home and I'm just kind of unwinding with a little bit of a snack. Today I made a video, and when I listened to it, played it back, it was kind of hard to hear what I was saying because I was driving in my car and there was a lot of noise in there. So I wanted to kind of remake this video, just kind of touch on some of the points that I thought were important. A few days ago I was watching some videos in my bedroom, and I got this message from YouTube. And generally I don't check my messages that quickly, only because lately I'm so bored. I'm just like, okay, well, I want something else to look at, something else to focus on. So I just kind of checked my message real quick, and I got this comment on a video, one of my videos, and it said boring in capital letters, and the name of the person who left the comment was the name of Subtle Nature. And for some reason, and I'm not sure if this is the person who did it, who is Subtle Nature, but my thoughts turned to someone I hadn't thought about in a long time, and his name is Kevin. And Kevin was one of my brother's friends from many years ago, over 30 years ago. The last time I saw this person in person, other than Facebook, was back in 1981. Okay, that is a very, very long time. He and my brother were like best friends at that time, and he had moved to Montana. And I know that, a little before and a little after I was working for the farmer, he and I were talking, every once in a while, and a lot of times I would be very angry and bitter because I was in a bad mood. And when I'm in a bad mood, I don't like to talk to anybody. I'm just really closed in on myself, because when work issues are up in the air and things are getting stressful, I just shut down because it's too much for me to worry about. And there was a lot going on. So last time I talked to him, I was working over at Flourishing Fart. And I'm sure there was a connection with him and maybe the owner or my sister and the owner of that company. But anyway, one of the conversations I remember having with him, and it was kind of not a heated conversation, but he was kind of debating with me. And, as everyone knows, I make clothes. And he was basically saying that clothes are, some people dress up because they want attention from men. That's not my intention. And I mentioned before, there's a difference between dressing sexy and provocative and somebody who just enjoys clothes. I've enjoyed clothes since I was a kid, and there is a complete difference between what is provocatively dressed and somebody who is just well-groomed and polished. There's a lot of women who enjoy clothes. I'm not the only person, okay? And I'm not the only person who enjoys clothes. And I've seen a lot of women who have nice jobs who enjoy clothes as well. The only difference between me and them is they probably go to some of the nicer department stores, get name brand clothes, and they spend a ton on those sort of things. And you know what? That's good for them. So obviously there's an issue of somebody being singled out. And I believe that Kevin is somehow connected to my family. Still, okay, even though at the time he indicated that he wasn't really communicating with my family, I believe he was some sort of informant or of some sort for my family, looking back on it. I know that my sister Lisa is not the kind of woman who likes to dress up. She, doesn't do anything with herself, and that's fine. A lot of women don't. There's always been in society some women who do and some women who don't, okay? And there's really no right or wrong to it. It's just based on your personality and the things that you like. There's nothing wrong or right about it. But, I don't like being accused of using I guess my femininity to advance myself in any way. Obviously, I've never done that, okay? I have worked for female bosses, and I've worked for male bosses, and I've never, did anything that I felt was inappropriate, okay? So this really pisses me off on so many levels, especially when I've gone to job interviews, and there were women who were very well dressed, and somehow I get singled out. I also think that perhaps maybe my family has accused me of, not being able to dress appropriately for whatever job that I'm working. And that's bullshit too, because, I know where to dress, how to dress in the environment that I'm in. Now, generally, I pick out clothes based on my mood, okay? Especially if there's no, set, what do you call it? Some some companies want you to dress like in, some women, I remember working for a company where this one woman, she, for whatever reason, she was really old school, she wanted women to only wear dresses, okay? But most companies are, you can wear dresses, you can wear skirts, you can wear pants, as long as they are professional, meaning, you know, women have to wear slacks, some people wear dress coats, whatever. And that's fine, okay? If I'm in that environment, then that's probably what I'm going to wear. I know how to dress for whatever occasion. Currently, I'm working in a trailer, so I basically have been wearing, you know, some of my older clothes, you know, they're kind of shabby. And then today, I actually wore my overalls that I actually showed you on one of my videos, seeing as how it's getting very chilly, okay? Obviously, I know that if you were working in a nicer office environment, then those overalls would not be worn. So I fully understand. I also resent the fact that my family and Kevin and all these other people jump in on the hair issue. Well, like I said, you know, if my family had an issue with my hair, they should have brought it up to me, okay? But I will say that I never asked for their help in any way to help me advance myself. I never asked for their favors. I never asked for them to help me. I had no idea they were involved in my work. So it's really wrong for them to sit here and impose these sort of rules and ideas based on what they personally like or their personal preference, and then try to impose that on me, okay? I would like to say that I am my own person. I do not, and will never live my life according to anyone else's rules but mine, okay? So no matter how you look at it, my family is in the wrong. And then Kevin is also in the wrong, okay? Because it's not his place. So anyway, you know, I think that one thing that their life is a very difficult thing, okay? And there's a lot of things that make people unhappy, okay? And there's certain things that you can control, okay? And one thing I enjoy is I enjoy clothes. I do. Or like I said, there's women who go to department stores and they go out and spend a lot of money, okay? They spend money on the most trendiest clothes, and when those clothes are no longer in fashion, they want to hurry up and switch out those clothes and get some new ones, okay? I base my clothing on my personal preference and what I like. And no, I don't always spend a lot of money. I would say I go to thrift stores. I either sometimes make them. Sometimes I go to department stores, but I have never gone to like Neiman Marcus or some of the more upscale stores. I have never shopped any of those places, okay? You know, as far as my hair is concerned, like I said, there's tons of women who wear, you know, fake hair to work. As an African American, you know, I can't wear, you know, my hair naturally. I don't think it looks good. I've tried it several times. It doesn't look good. And so I try to be as presentable as I possibly can. To bring up my hair issue in a public domain, it's tacky. It is tacky because it's a personal issue. That's like, you know, somebody saying something about somebody that's very private to other people. That's not any of their business, you know. I mean, people obviously know. I tell them, you know, but it shouldn't be that big of a point of intrigue. I'm sorry, it's just not. African American people have different hair texture. I mean, black people, I should say, not African American, but black people generally have different hair than their white counterparts. And so, you know, you can wear, if you wear braids to work, you wear dreads to work, that usually is a problem. So you do things to your hair to try to be as presentable as you possibly can. And I think it's very petty to bring that up. You know, I'm a hardworking person, and I get tired of dealing with the petty issues. And I think that, you know, one thing you can do when life is feeling bad, when you're feeling bad or whatever, putting on something nice, making yourself feel good is a good thing to do. Okay? And not everybody likes clothes, but, you know, for women who do, I think they should. I was watching a video about this lady who was placed in indentured servitude. I mean, hers was bad, okay? I mean, a lot of abuse. She was married to a man, I guess, from the Middle East, and she was from England. And, you know, she kept saying, you know, what she hated more than anything in her life was the fact that she just wanted to put on something nice, and because they were depriving her of her free will. And she felt so unhappy. And for some women, that's a part of who they are. They enjoy clothes. They do. They like to accessorize. They like color. And, you know, it's not about male attention. It's about, you know, hey, I like this. You know, there's a lot of women who like clothes that have nothing to do with being sexy. Okay? And I would say most of my clothes have nothing to do with being sexy. Some of my clothes are just kind of, I don't know, quirky looking. So I get very offended when people try to use this as some sort of, what do you call it, issue against me. You know, I really do. I get very offended by it. And I resent it. You know, I don't think my family should have ever gotten involved in my work. You know, that was something very personal and private to me. And it was very important for me. And for these people to, you know, sit here and create all these issues and triangulate and set people against me to prove a point. You know, if my family is the kind of family that likes to run around with plain faces, there's nothing wrong with that. Some women do that, some don't. If they are the kind of people who gain a lot of weight and they are happy with that, that's fine. Okay? But do not impose your shit on me. When I was 13 years old, my mother said, you know what, Maria, you're old enough to wear lipstick. Fine. So I did. Then when I got older, she said, you know, you could wear this, you could wear these other things, you can get your nails done, you can do whatever you want to do when you're a certain age. I am way past that age. So why in the hell would my sister Lisa sit here and try to impose her taste on me? It's bullshit. Okay, obviously Lisa's got some jealousy issues, which I do remember mentioning this before. Okay, it's none of your business. So anyway, now that these people have basically bulldozed over my life and created all kinds of drama, and by the way, I'm sure Karen's involved in this, all this shit. I haven't seen Kevin since 1981, okay? We did talk on the phone because he was my brother's best friend. I do remember having a crush on him when I was, I don't know, 3rd and 4th grade. And, you know, I think that's just so stupid. These people dig up everyone from your past. You know, everyone from your past, and they want to do things. And I can only assume that the people from my past have issues with me in my present life. I don't owe these people any explanation. I don't owe them anything to be any other way other than myself. So I resent it. Anyway, I think I pretty much, I did want to talk about scapegoating, you know, how scapegoating works. And, you know, really all it takes is a woman to have a child at the wrong time. Like, you know, I was my mother's last child, okay? She wanted to stop having kids after my sister Lisa. But guess what? Here I come, right? So, you know, a lot of women, they don't want to admit to the fact that they got suckered into having, you know, a family when they really didn't. Maybe my family and mother did, okay? But with a lot of people, it's the novelty wears off, okay? So now she's dealing with these crying brats that she resents, right? So then she has one more. And that's just it, okay? So everything that you do, you know, they lose their temper, they get angry, and so the children, you know, are watching this woman demonstrate how to treat this other kid. So in turn, they also do the same thing. And so every time in a social situation, they poison the environment by spreading lies, gossip, or just trashing this particular person. Now, I'm going to say there's a lot of things I did in my past, you know, that I shouldn't have done. You know, but that's just a part of growing up. Get over it, okay? I'm an adult now. And, you know, I don't think anything warrants the kind of treatment that my family given me. I just don't, okay? So I will say that, but that's how scapegoating works. So then, you know, you got these people from Facebook, and they're thrashing in me, and then you got bosses who are doing it when they don't know me personally. They just know that I'm a scapegoat kid. As a matter of fact, the farmer even referred to me as the scapegoat. So what kind of sick piece of shit is this man to sit here and what do you call it, exploit something so touchy? I would call this person an asshole, is what I would call him. So anyway, I'm tired of people trying to impose their shit on me, okay? There is no reason why somebody would do that unless, of course, they're jealous. You know, and I'm sorry, but I think my sisters are jealous. And that's too bad for them. But that's not my life. I have the right to live my life any way I want to, okay? And I've never hurt anybody, and I've tried my hardest to do a good job at every job. I did a great job at Karen's place. I did an amazing job at the farmer's place, okay? And for them to sit here and make such an issue and try to punish me for being who I am, when you look at the situation, I would say that I'm a little bit better off than these people, okay? The only reason why they do get what they get is because they are unscrupulous people, and they mingle with unscrupulous people. So anyway, wrapping up this video, I will be back with anyone later. Have a wonderful day.